New tax hike talk from the president. Will it take a toll on jobs across the U.S.? Hi, everyone. I'm Brenda Butner. This is Bulls and Bears. Thousands of jobs getting slashed this week, from eBay to American Express to John Deere. Some predicting it's about to get even worse. So is this any time to be pushing tax hikes? Here they are, the Bulls and Bears this week. Gary B. Smith, Tracy Burns, John Layfield, along with Gary Kaltbaum and Nomi Konst. Welcome to everybody. Okay, Gary K., tax hike talk. Bad timing?
Absolutely bad timing. Look, you have an economy that I think's on stilts, and that's 0% interest rates and the printing of money. I think economic numbers are not as good as they say they are. You have an unemployment rate that's not including the labor participation rate crashing. This is the worst time to do it. You're already seeing some employers getting rid of people, and if you want to get trouble, start raising the taxes of the producers.
Okay, Nomi, of course the president says this is exactly the time we should be talking taxes.
Yeah, so in the State of the Union this week, the president introduced a series of pieces of legislation that would help the middle class. The middle class that hasn't really, we have record highs right now with our economy, but the middle class has not been affected. So these programs, including paid sick leave, incentives for married couples, $500 for married couples to have health care, child care and health care, all of these incentives will be helping the middle class. You got to pay for it somewhere. And so he's pulling at different places, whether it's hikes for corporations that have not paid any taxes over the past 10 years, or basically taxing unearned income, dividends from different pieces of earned income that have... Tracy's
It's killing me, Brenda, because this is not how you do it. First of all, many small businesses, and these are middle-class small business, file on the individual tax return. So you raise the top rate, you are smacking them in the face, and that means, one, they don't take home any money, and two, they have to lay off people. We continue to tax the rich, supposed rich. Meanwhile, though, they can hire the best of the best to figure out ways around this. Completely legal, but they have the means to figure it out. So they're not collecting the tax revenue that they think they are. This backfires every time. And the part of the president's push to take away this step up on appreciated assets only again hurts the middle class, because not everyone inherits stock. Not everyone is rich that inherits stock.
And they're not paying taxes on it.
Okay, wait, no. John, let's just talk about the talk itself. I mean, companies have been hit with a recession, new regulations, Obamacare, and now talk of tax hikes after they've already gone through tax hikes. What does that do to hiring?
Well, it's got to hurt. It's a matter of economics. And the partisans love to throw out the fact these rich, evil corporations that don't pay any tax. Name five. Name five. You can't. You love to say that these corporations don't pay any tax. That is just that is completely false. And when you talk about the middle tax cuts, you're talking about the middle class that has disappeared over the last 15 years because of the policies of this and the past administration. The low interest rates from the Fed, and also the tax policy that favors those that can get tax breaks. It's pushed the middle class completely out of extinction. We have $2.6 something trillion in revenue last year through August of 2014, a record. We don't have a problem right now with revenue. We have a problem with spending, and that is not getting under control. It's because politicians have absolutely no backbone and aren't willing to cut anything.
Nomi, you want to take that challenge about the corporations that don't pay tax?
Well, yeah, they haven't been. They
name
have
five.
Name
them.
Oh my goodness.
Name them, and name how much it is. You throw out these accusations that these rich companies are not paying taxes.
Well, what they're doing is they're hiring lobbyists. They're paying millions of dollars. They're willing to pay millions of dollars to hire lobbyists to set tax loopholes.
You can't name them, can you? You throw out a fact you can't back up.
Exxon's effective tax rate, 40%. They're paying tax. They're paying a hell of a lot of it.
Okay, Gary B., in the end, this is more spending for more government. What does that do to hiring?
Brenda, this is going to hurt hiring, and it just boggles. We should accept the fact that this is right out of the Obama playbook. It's, hey, let's get those Mr. Monopoly people out there with their top hat and their tails, living on yachts. We're going to take the money from them, and we're going to spread it around. Because, as we know, that kind of policy has worked so well in the past with the stimulus and all the other taxes that Obama has increased. But let's get back to the basics of why this is going to hurt. This is a capital gains tax. Why do people have capital gains? Because they invested in capital. Entrepreneurs, small businesses, large corporations invest in capital to grow their business. The reason they grow their business, or what becomes when they grow their business, Brenda, is it creates jobs. If you take away the incentive for people to actually get a capital gains and get tax on capital gains, you take the incentive away from people and corporations to invest in businesses. When they stop doing that, Brenda, it hurts jobs. It has to. You know, Obama's knowledge of economics is a zero. I give it an F if he ever took a class in it.
Okay, Nomi, what do you say?
Well, this is Reaganomics. I mean, this is a bipartisan issue right now.
No.
Reaganomics.
Yes, it was
wait a second. Bill Clinton.
Wait, hang on a second. It was at 20% when Reagan took office, and it did go up, and then immediately afterwards, it sent the economy into a tailspin.
But the personal income tax was much lower.
It was 20% when Reagan first took office.
Didn't Bill Clinton lower capital gains taxes? Didn't John F. Kennedy lower taxes? Wait a second. It worked for them, but no, this is a Reagan.
And how much were people being paid?
Let me go, Brenda.
What were middle income earners being paid per hour back then? No, it's very
Middle
low.
income earners actually back then were making more than they are now.
Hold on, guys. All right, I want to bring John in here.
Yeah, it's really easy. If everybody talks at once, you save a lot of time. Nobody can understand anybody, but you do save a lot of time. Look, our tax code is a mess of political favors, and that is bipartisan. That's happened over decades. It's 70-something thousand plus pages. The highest corporate tax rate in the world, the people that pay it, they're the small businesses. You get an LLC, pays 50-something%. We need overall tax reform, and the president just adding a little tax here or there, it's just more Band-Aids. It's just more pages on a complicated tax form, and it does nothing. And what it does, it hurts business, and it hurts business hiring because you need reform. You need something done.
Gary Kay, let's forget about whether or not this gets passed. Just the talk alone, doesn't that add uncertainty to people who hire other people?
Well, you have people in the boardrooms that are listening to everything that comes out of the mouths of people in Washington, D.C., and all they're hearing right now is, you got to give us more money because we're going to take it from you and dole out a little bit here or there. They are going to be thinking twice about their plans going forward. And look, to further this, you do not change the trajectory of anybody's life by handing them $200 here, $400 there. You change people's lives with great jobs that pay a lot of money. And how do you get great jobs? You let the economy flourish. How do you let the economy flourish? Stay the hell out of its way, and it will flourish. And every moment in time, this administration wants to do something more and more, and it's all about giving them more money.
And please don't forget that there are more taxes coming down the pike with Obamacare. We're not done with that mess yet.
Bingo.
So you raise them today, there's so much more coming down the pike. I mean, the middle class is going to get slaughtered regardless of what they try to do.
Okay, that's got to be the last word. Thanks, guys.